Hello everybody and welcome to another GBOT video. Today I've got something a little bit special. At least I think it's a little bit special. I've got a Hambrabi. But I've got a Hambrabi at 700 cost. Also in Junie colors still, because I never took them off. I think it looks nice, so... Like, I especially love that hex pattern on the wings. Oh, I think it looks great. But yeah, Hambrabi's great. Hambrabi is a raid that, as you can see, goes up to 700. I forget what its native cost is. It's got the... What is it? The Phaedine rifle, I think it's called. Charges... You can only shoot, I think, like 3 or 4 times in succession, uncharged. Stuns, I want to say after 2 shots uncharged. Stuns charged. It's got the Sea Serpent, which is what I just used there. Unfortunately, I was not close enough to hit him. And then the Phaedine has a Beam Spear tip, which is that weapon right there. And it carries a Beam Saber. Beam Saber gets 3 swings. The Phaedine rifle, I believe, just gets 1 with the Beam Spear. Oh yeah, and it transforms. Not only does it transform, this was one of the earlier transforming suits in the game. I want to say that it was the second transforming suit in the game. Can't remember for sure though. But it was special at the time and still is special for being, I think, the one that costs the least boost to consume even still. It is incredible how boost effective it is with its transformation. So you can easily boost, get yourself in and out of trouble. Genuinely fantastic. I love this suit. I do not use mine anywhere near enough. But as you can see, I got a good stab on that guy through an ally. I think he tackled, if I saw that correctly, and I stabbed through him while he still had his tackle iframes. Yeah, you get a combo going with this thing and you are unstoppable. You can pretty easily combo between the 2 melee weapons, well, except when you get hit by an airstrike, of course, but between the 2 melee weapons and the Sea Serpent, it's got close range options for days. And they do good damage on them, too. As I mentioned already, I don't take this thing out enough. I love my Hambrabi. It is one of my favorites, and I just never use it. To this day, I still get people with it, just partially I think people just don't expect to see it, but it's also small. It's pretty small compared to, especially stuff at this range. It throws, well, I should say I think it throws people off. And you can just see how cheap it really is to transform right here, too. As I switch back, see that? I'll have to play another transforming mobile suit just to have an example on the channel. And unfortunately, I have an ally who jumps in and starts bumping into me here. That can always get frustrating. Big point of advice I have for people. Learn your melee arcs. Learn your melee arcs well and do your best to swing without hitting allies. Because, especially with like this big target here, the... why am I blanking? Nightingale. The Nightingale? Nightingale's huge. You can easily have 2 guys swinging at it without an issue. So get used to your swings, get used to your arcs, so that you can actually fight in close proximity with your allies and not knock them over and cause problems. I can promise you it's going to improve your gameplay as well as that of everybody around you. I'm not going to pretend I do that perfectly all the time either. We all have our bad days, and we all just sometimes play, you know, don't make the best moves, especially in the heat of action, but if you start making a habit of it, it's really going to enhance your gameplay. Now right here, I believe I actually end up... So you can see on the radar, there's a pilot right there. He goes up on top of the crate here. I don't think I get him, if I remember correctly. I think I eventually just go, you know what, this isn't worth it, and leave. I'm kind of annoyed by the fact that none of my melee swings got him, honestly. And then right here, see it. He just snags the top of the crate instead of him. Ah, that was frustrating. And yeah, I just give up on it. So it's more worth it to come in here and actually try and do something. Which there's that sea serpent doing what it's supposed to do. Kind of wish I got that kill, but that's fine. Yeah, this thing's enjoyable. Ooh, what was that? The Shezrum? I think it's a Jesta variant. That's a fun suit. As you saw him demonstrate there, he can fly. He has, I forget the name of the skill, but the flight controller that basically while you're boosting, you can push the jump button, and you'll start going upward just like that. But he was no match for my multiple melee weapons. It can always be a very frustrating thing to deal with if you have to fight an enemy that has multiple melee weapons, because they'll do that. And if you end up burning your boost for whatever reason, there's not much you can do at that point. Now right here, we're waiting for everybody to spawn in. I forget where they ultimately end up spawning in at, but they are rightfully waiting to all be together so that they can all drop as one unified group. It's also a really good tactic if you ever find yourself in a team wipe situation. Don't spawn in by yourself. That probably is a given, but spawning in by yourself is just a great way to get killed. Lucky for me, I'm face to face with a prime target. And I got him with the sea serpent. But unfortunately, I got that Jesta behind me. I think that's a heavy attack. I think that is a heavy attack raid. So I think, unfortunately, here I end up getting... Yep, that's a heavy attack. And yeah, as I was saying, I end up getting pinned by him and absolutely massacred. I think I die shortly after this. Yep, right there. Looks like I was got by the Moon Gundam? Yep, Moon Gundam. So it was his Psycho Plates, I think, that got me there. I don't think I have a Moon Gundam myself. I would like the Moon Gundam. I personally think it looks kind of ugly, but those Psycho Plates are really cool. They, if I remember correctly, count as melee weapons for damage. So it makes their behavior very odd. It's neat. Last act of defiance this round is dropping that airstrike. I don't think it did any good. Yeah, didn't end up taking anybody out with it. But overall, good round. I was so happy to take out my Hambrabi, and I'm so happy that it was a round worth showing off, too. Because again, one of my absolute favorite suits, and it just, you don't see them that much anymore. So, that was a good time. Yeah, there you go. That's why I kept the round. One of my better matches, for sure. And in 700, no less. So, don't let anybody tell you that you can't use suits outside of their cost. That said, make sure you know the suit if you're going to take it outside of its cost, because, oh boy. But, that'll do it for today. I can't wait for the next video. Got a lot on the back burner, so I will see you then.